Hello everybody and welcome back to Animal Crossing New Leaf. Looks like I'm gonna need to explain why there's gyroids tomorrow. It was raining earlier when I was checking the morning turnip price. Letter from O'Hare. I probably could just read this and toss it there. The student I hear can be easier to say something in a letter than face to face, so I'm writing these words. You're cool. Wow, like weights lifted from Shy O'Hare. And you don't seem very shy. Don't try and pull that stuff. You're not gonna you're not gonna manage it, my man. I did neglect to check the plaza earlier, and then I was like, oh, I'll just record before 6. Just in case Katrina. I didn't. Admittedly, not because I was like lazy or busy doing other things. No, I've had a headache. I started getting a headache around like 4. Okay, Katrina's not here anyway, so that's good. Yeah, I started getting a headache around 4. Took some painkillers for it, about, 4:30-ish, and they've only really just started working well enough that I'm like, yeah, you know what, I can record. So I still have a bit of a headache, but I don't even know why I got the headache. Like, just my body feeling like being a jerk, I guess. I did spend a good bit of today, messing with Galaxy Forge, the map creator for Sins of Solar Empire. And I have created, as a map for Sins, the basically new starter area from EVE Online. Mostly because it just feels like a really good RTS map. And honestly, playing it, yeah, it works. Now, I mean, like, part of that is things I did make it better, but, Hello, Bucko. Seem chipper as always. Can I help you? Want to chat? This might seem so random, but you know what I'm thinking about at this very moment? Socks. You're right. The day I went to a hair's house and took off my shoes. And I was embarrassed to discover I had a hole in my sock. Didn't want to notice I hid my foot. And I had to hop around the house on one leg. On the plus side, it looks so weird hopping around that you didn't notice the hole in my sock. You don't... Okay. None of you wear shoes or socks. But okay. Pinky! Salutations. Hello, hello, wow. What's up? What's the latest? Oh, there's nothing exciting going on right now. How in the world am I supposed to have fun? You know, if you get brilliant ideas, we could try to have some fun together. And there's always hide and seek. Hi, O'Hare. How's it going, man? So, no, let's chat. The room's always all thrown off, but the common butterfly is to play. You wanted me to catch it for you. No. No, because you wanted it. I'm not down for that. You asked for it, you live with it. I think he legitimately asked specifically for a common butterfly. I could be misremembering, but... Dina! Hey, Steph? Heard other folks calling you Bucko, and I really like that. Why is this spreading? But go ahead. I don't have it in me to tell them no. Though it's not a good nickname, but whatevs. But yeah, I have been testing the map, but like a few of the things I did, like why I say the things I did with it probably made it a lot better, is a go-to thing with Sins of a Solar Empire is basically choke pointing, where you basically find a choke point into your territory and put all of your defenses right there. Well, with how I designed, like, the, well, more or less how I set up, no, it's fair to say designed, with how I designed the entrances to each of the 4 Empire's starting locations, you can't. it's an asteroid belt that you cannot claim. Basically meaning you can't build a choke point at that spot. Now, you can put a choke point in the system just past it outside of your starting set of systems. But one, there is a lot of entrances into that system. And two, it's a pirate system. It's owned by pirates, so you actually can't do anything until you're capable of dealing with the pirates, thus solving the problem. Like, you really can't just immediately build up a massive fleet. You know, not a fleet, but like massive amount of defenses. A fleet would still work to try to choke point with, but like, without any backup defenses, if you can build a fleet, your opponents can build a fleet that's of similar size. So, you know, it really doesn't actually do you much good. Oh, I can actually just pick up all these. I think this is actually faster. And I've already found all 4 fossils, so, and the gem rock, so I'm just good. I found everything pretty quick today. At the very least with the Eve mod, Sins of New Eden Rebirth, like, it's pretty easy to slip past a fleet of ships with your own fleet of ships. What it's not easy to slip past is defense turrets. Just Steven, can you do some shopping today, Myatten? So, like, it's, you know, if you set up a system with, like, 12 to 15 defense turrets that are able to cover the entrance, or entrances, like, yeah, that's probably gonna be a pretty, like, stronghold type system. But you can't build those defenses in a system that you do not own, and you cannot colonize or claim an asteroid belt. You can put a citadel down, but one citadel is not going to be enough to make the difference. Like, it'll help, and it will give you an advantage when defending that system, but it's not majorly game-changing. And if your opponent comes at you with enough stuff, it literally doesn't even matter. So, it's pretty neat. I like what I've done. Like, that's the most basic way of putting it. Like, I like what I've managed with that. Penelope! Shattered! I just love shopping float. I'm gonna talk about talk. It's like the best place to go shopping. Come here a lot too. Yup. 2 TVs today. Okay, this is a karaoke machine. It's not exactly a TV. I'm gonna get a diploma. I don't need to buy a diploma. I don't want to buy a diploma. I mean, I don't have a diploma, but I still don't want to buy one. It's cheating. I don't know why I came in here with Leaf. I'm not going to be buying anything from him. I really need to, like, grab my axe and go around and start, like, chopping down trees, but I don't know if I'm going to do that today or not. I might. Like, I do need to do it so I can actually get properly making flower pots again, but I might just water flowers again today. Holla! Hey girl, what's up? Hey, crazy meeting you here, Fugu. So, is there something you need from me? Why chat? The lady who works at this place is pretty cool, so I like talking to her. Yeah, I agree, Sabes is pretty cool. So you probably mean Mabel. What might you be shopping for today? If you're looking to do some clothes shopping, just let me know. I'm pretty good. I mean, what I'm looking for is that sewing machine. Got a beard. I don't really need one of those. I got one of those. It's a lot of upkeep. Not sure I would recommend yeah. The new, like, newbie systems in EVE are set out, like, perfectly. For an RTS. Like, there are 4 distinct spawn locations, or starting locations. Floof! It's been a pleasant day today, hasn't it? I'd like to talk about what's latest. Oh, I love the center of our town's orange trees. Don't you? Everyone does. I wonder. You bring me an orange? Sure, easy. Thanks, Dumpling. I'll make it worth your while. Like, basically, in each corner, this freaking box. In each corner, there's a, an Empire spawn. So the Caldari, Minmatar, Amarians, and Galante. They each have a corner. Each of those corners has an identical set of systems. Sorry to bother you, but I'm hoping you can help me with something. First impressions are important, and I'm not making the right first impression. The greeting that's all is mine. Alright. You bet. Need a greeting? That's gonna, like, really help out Margie. I don't know. I'm really bad at this. Peanut. Peanut is a pretty good greeting. If someone walked up to you and just said peanut, you'd be like, what? And in conversation. It's a conversation starter. Thank you enough. You're very welcome. Hey, I got your orange. It's been on the ground for a while, so it might be not the best, but here you go. This could be your fruit. Orange. But yeah, and then like those 4 corners are around an octagon of systems that have 4 extra little systems attached to them, and then 1 centralized system with a set of 3 systems off each like side of the octagon that's not being used by it's like there's one on each of the cardinal directions, and then the diagonals have the Empire spawns. It's so juicy, I can't believe how wonderful this tastes. We must thank you. It's a lovely lamp. Alright, I like the lovely series. It was really kind of you. Thanks, Dumpling. Aw, you're welcome. I might, at some point, share, like, the design, or possibly even, like, the galaxy file, but you would need specifically the Sins of New Eden Rebirth mod for it to work. Here that Brewster changes the way he prepares the coffee to match each individual's preferences. He's not your average Joe, and this ain't your average cup of Joe either. That's fair, Vic. I would like my coffee, even though I'm drinking water. Like my usual. So, like, it's not the most useful thing if you're not, like, using the mod. I could recreate it, probably, in regular Galaxy Forge, and then it would just be something that anyone not running a mod could use. But that seems to be the thing with the first Sins of Solar Empire, is if you're running a mod, you basically have your own Galaxy Forge. And that creates problems. At least if you're running like a conversion mod of some kind. Because like you have to add all of your conversion stuff to Galaxy Forge to make maps, which then makes them incompatible with other versions of Galaxy Forge. So you can't just easily share maps if you're not on like the exact same even version of something. Which, you know, it's a little annoying, but, you know. Yawning. I do not wish to yawn. Why am I yawning? I still have to do up my Phantasy Star dailies. Which I will get to, but that's for after this recording. Yeah, I think I will just water flowers today. But, well, that still worked. But yeah, like, I'm definitely, like, learned a fair bit about making maps by making this smaller one before jumping right into the I want to make all of New Eden. And like I'll get there. I might actually just use what I've made as the center because on the main like Eve map, this new system or new constellation is basically right in the center of everything. So I can just expand its star, like the radius around its star, which I just have as the main central system, and just start building around it, which would make things a lot easier. Especially because I am starting from the middle, it'll make it easier to place things around it. The only major issue I could see myself running into is just simply the it's going to reach a ludicrous size. EVE Online has a stupidly high number of systems. Like, way more than any game really needs. And that means that, you know, I'm going to be putting, like, thousands of star systems into it. And I don't know how many systems that Sins of a Solar Empire can handle. Like, I've not really seen a, like, massively ambitious map. I'm sure some exist, I've just not seen them. So, like, I don't know exactly what I'm getting into game engine-wise. Like, I want to think it's possible as long as the computer can handle it, but that's probably going to be the problem, is it'll probably reach a size where just simply my computer can't handle it anymore. Barbara wants something. So, Dumpling, do we need a new way of saying hello, not my usual floof? Alright. So many greetings today. Doesn't want floof anymore. What about... Yawning. What about... Bingus? That'd be Bingus. Yeah, it's fine. Bingus. The first spin. Bingus! Yes, you're over there. Bingus! Perfect. It is perfect. Especially with how you're using it. I'm very good at catchphrases, as you can tell. And greetings. All this stuff. God, now my headache's coming back. It's a very light sensitive one, so I feel like it's more accurate to call it a baby migraine, because like it's not as painful as a migraine, but it's very light sensitive, and I've got two bright lights on, as you can tell. Wait, did I just hear a flea? Really, Pinky? Getting fleas? How could you? It's 2.9 millimeters. Eek, a flea on me? No way! That did not just happen. I'm relieved you caught that pest before anyone else saw it. I mean, I'm glad I caught it too. Hey, Nina. I should actually sell things before, like, a villager's like, hey, I want to buy that fossil you've got. Because I don't want them displaying fossils in their homes. They take up so much space and they look kind of bad. Want to sell. Also, I want to make mention that the Final Fantasy XIV free trial has expanded. Literally, as I'm recording this, it has expanded. So it was like yesterday for you guys. Actually, would it be yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. I need to remember, I've got a smartwatch now. I got this at, well, on Christmas. And I hadn't bothered with it, really. Mostly because I hadn't figured out how to actually put the straps on it. And I've got it set to my time, which basically means it's set to Japan time. Now that I'm in Japan, that's just, I've been living 12 hours off my normal time. So, you know, and Japan time is exactly 12 hours off of Atlantic time, which is really convenient for that. And I feel like I need to say that, because, like, I'm not like one of them weebs that's going out of my way to be on, like, Japan time. No, it's literally anywhere that matched up that perfectly, I would just be using their time instead. You know, if I wasn't on Atlantic time. It is kind of just funny how dumb time is. Because here's something you might know if you're European. Most of Europe, like basically France to Hungary, around that sort of, like, so basically almost entirely across Europe, is on the same time zone. And that's Central European. The reason for this is because of World War II and Germany, but they just never bothered changing their times back after Germany came in and changed their times rather forcibly. So they're all still just on that time zone, even though very few of them are geographically within that sort of time sphere. But time is stupid because it's entirely a human construct. Like, you think your cat gives a crap about time? No, they only care about is sun up or not. That is all they care about. If sun up, sleep. If sun not up, hunt or sleep if there is nothing to hunt. Like, that's just how cats work. So, like, it's just one of those things where time is such just a dumb thing. And that's why I will probably always hate daylight savings time, because that is another completely man-made thing that just doesn't do what it's intended to do. Because us deciding, oh, it's an hour ahead, that does not change when the sun rises. Like, it does not change when the sun sets. The sun's gonna do what the sun's gonna do. Us mere mortals cannot change that giant ball of flaming gas. It's gonna do whatever it wants regardless of what we want it to do. Because it's the freaking sun. But yeah, I will say one of the things that has me a little intimidated from doing, like, the entirety of New Eden as a Sins of a Solar Empire map is having to manually tell the game basically what each system is. And, like, I could even tell them, like, this is a random system. Do random things. But the issue there is, like, I can't just make everything random. I mean, I could, but it probably wouldn't be a very fun map if I did. And then, like, where am I gonna put the spawns? Like, what am I gonna do around them? Like, there's so much. Because, like, you can have, like, a ton of players. I could do, like, a 16v6, you know, a 16-player free-for-all. I think even possibly a 16v16. You know. So I could have spawns all over the place. Or I could have them be, like, in differing regions of Nullsec. But I'd still want some more interior-wise. But doing that might give them a little more of an advantage, because they'd basically be gaining access to the tight clusters of high sec and low sec, and not so much the kind of spread apart null sec. I mean, null sec is only really spread apart just because that's how the map is laid out. It's like I could move things closer together, but null sec is also the outer rings. But if I put everybody in the outer rings, then they may never actually go in the map. So, like, it's quite a conundrum, honestly. So, like, I really don't know what exactly to do there. It's gonna take some figuring out. Like, what I could do is just limit myself to maybe just high sec, or at least major empire space, and just ignore everything that's not major empire space. So, like, basically ignore nullsec. That might be a bit better, but I don't know. I could also just remake all the faction warfare stuff, because that would also work. Honestly, making the faction warfare war zones, but as like 1v1s, that could actually be kind of neat, because that's kind of what they are anyway. It's one empire fighting one empire for control over a constellation, you know. I kind of want to build a bench. I just don't know where I would put the bench. Somebody happy. Who's happy? Dina and Margie. Mr. Mayor, I have an idea for Oracle's next public work project. May I tell you about it? I'm sure I think everyone in town could benefit from a drinking fountain. Definitely could. It's another idea. We're getting lots of things. Oh no, it's Pinky and Margie. Well, that makes sense. But yeah, I think just given this headache, I'm gonna end things off. I wanted to yap longer, but this headache is coming back with a vengeance, and I need to just deal with it. I might actually skip my PSO2 dailies today, because I don't think I can do them. This headache sucks. And I've already, like, before anyone's like, oh, just take another painkiller, I've already taken 3. Then that's mostly because I take 3 at a time. The ones we get, adults are supposed to take 1 to 2, but I'm a bigger guy. So 1 to 2, well, 1 doesn't do anything. It doesn't. I've tried, it doesn't do anything. 2, it really depends on the level of pain. Headaches, nothing for. If, like, I'm dealing with a bit of pain in my knee, 2 of them works, but that's really about it. Usually for headaches, I need to take 3, or it's just nothing. And I've already taken 3, so that is going to be it for today. Hopefully I won't have a headache again tomorrow. I might just try recording early tomorrow. I need to check turnip price. So hold on, it's not quite it for today. So I need to check my turnips. And if they're good, I need to sell. I almost forgot. It was 80 bells this morning, so I am not hopeful. I think this is going to be a week we lose money on. I think this was a week where Monday was the only good price, and I would never sell on a Monday anyway, so it's just a losing bells week, probably. Turnip price, 77, yeah. Yeah, I think we're losing money this week. Because it's already Wednesday. Right? Yeah. It's already Wednesday. So, that is going to be it for this one. I thank you all very much for watching, and hopefully I shall see you back here tomorrow for more Animal Crossing New Leaf. See you all then.